Have you started to notice any changes in the way that your doTERRA products are shipped and packaged? Are you wondering what doTERRA is doing to become more sustainable and environmentally friendly? Welcome to my Throw It Out Thursday broadcast for some quick and exciting sustainability updates that have been going on behind the scenes. We are kicking wasteful operating practices to the curb and replacing them with progress toward reducing emissions. And fun fact for you, doTERRA has saved enough energy to run an entire American home for 126 years in the last 18 months of this commitment. That is a lot of energy savings. And typically the holidays, they bring this excess of food and materialism and packaging and trash and plastic. And now that we are into the new year, you may be feeling the weight of that in more ways than one. So grab your slipper socks and snuggle in, because I am taking you behind the bottle to show you a glimpse into the heart of doTERRA and the mission that our corporate leaders are guiding us toward to reduce waste and improve the planet for all of us. And by the time that you are done watching this broadcast, you will have a new appreciation for how your purchases make a global impact with every single dollar that you spend, and you'll have an understanding for what you may not have even noticed until now. So feel free to share this information and tag a friend who would find it a valuable conversation. We are going to dig right in. Now, one of doTERRA's co-impact principles is environmental stewardship. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means that there is a serious focus on energy efficient technologies, renewable energy, and minimizing waste. And as a result, you may have heard some of these rumblings from last year at Leadership. doTERRA launched a campaign to triple our impact by 2030 and achieve carbon neutral operations. So what does that actually mean, and how are we going to measure that? So carbon neutrality is just a fancy way of saying a state of net zero carbon dioxide emissions. But it also means the quality of our planet needs to be improved to sustain all of us. So little fun fact, Google is the most carbon neutral company in the world who achieved carbon neutrality back in 2007. And the mantra of doTERRA's carbon neutrality campaign is doing more with less. So you may have been familiar with seeing some of this messaging at convention as well. And I am going to highlight a few examples to show you how doTERRA is working actively toward achieving this goal with respect to manufacturing and distribution facilities, shipping materials, and then how doTERRA is getting the products to you. So the products themselves once you receive them. So how is doTERRA going to triple their impact and become carbon neutral by 2030? First is distribution and manufacturing. Now, one cool example that I wanted to highlight is the European manufacturing headquarters, and that is in Cork, Ireland. And in order to improve both the efficiency and the environmental impact, doTERRA opened this manufacturing headquarters in October of 2020. And it is a 95,000 square foot facility in Ireland, and it includes a warehouse for shipping and receiving, as well as being a fully functional laboratory to test our essential oils. And the Cork facility manufactures and distributes products to the European customers in the European market, and that is only going to increase capacity for additional markets. So we're talking the Middle East, we're talking about Africa, and last year the facility produced 3.8 million bottles of 96 different essential oils. And I can't wait to keep sharing these updates with you as more data compounds from this effort. And thanks to the Cork headquarters, doTERRA reduced the emissions of shipments by 2,064 metric tons, and that is only going to continue to progress. And the Cork headquarters also reduced shipping times from the United States to Europe from 90 days down to 45 days. And along with a comprehensive plan to reduce carbon emissions, doTERRA is also going to plant more than 1 million trees at the Sandalwood Distillery Mountain Reserve in Hawaii by 2030. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I actually got to go there and be a part of this and actually plant my own sandalwood tree in January of 2020. And over the past 3 years, doTERRA has made a concentrated effort to pivot from air to ocean freight. So air freight volume has decreased from 19%, and the ocean freight volume has increased by 130%. And by consciously pushing more volume through ocean travel, we have significantly reduced our carbon emissions. So the next topic is shipping materials, and this is one of my favorite because we get a lot of packages. And in September, doTERRA switched from the plastic bubble mailers and plastic bubble wrap to these cardboard and paper materials. And you'll have to comment below and share if you've started to notice these paper mailers I love them. I think they are awesome. The best part is that you can save them and reuse them to send your own mail. And switching from the plastic and all these bubble tapes and bubble rolls is so much more biodegradable. Paper is easier to recycle than the plastic, and eventually every package that doTERRA sends to consumers worldwide will be using these biodegradable and recycled paper materials. And the plastic bubble wrap and air pillows that are now being replaced with these paper options are incredible. Now, doTERRA is using shipping boxes made from sustainable forestry that contain less corrugate and include more recycled materials and are printed with soy-based ink. And I also started saving the paper void fill, which is just the shredded paper and the folded paper fill padding inside your mailers and boxes, which I like more than the annoying plastic air pillows and bubble wrap. They take up a lot less space anyway. And in the last 18 months, doTERRA has used 2.6 million pounds of the recycled paper void fill, which saves at a rate of 283,000 pounds of plastic void fill per year. And doTERRA stopped sending paper packing slips in with your orders too, because it's available digitally in your account purchase history. So there's no point in that redundancy. And that alone saved 978 trees. And in the last 18 months, the new box design decreased cardboard by 60%, saving 26 million square foot of forestry. So now that the products arrive to you, we want to talk about what efforts are being made to improve their individual packaging design. And this is also an exciting part that I love too. So choosing plastic and or aluminum and glass recycled materials are significantly better than single-use plastics. And the Abode line that was launched in 2020 utilizes this refill model with glass dispenser bottles that can be used over and over again. And there are a lot of opportunities to just minimize packaging and unnecessary shipments. So by switching toward concentrated formulas wherever possible, this reduces the packaging and the shipping size and also avoids transporting water. An example is the huge comparison between the old On Guard cleaner concentrate, which is mostly water, in a large plastic bottle next to this small 1-ounce amber glass bottle of Abode concentrate. This is a perfect visual of how the evolution of the product line is going. And by the end of 2022, doTERRA removed over 1.1 million plastic bottles from the supply chain by simply switching to concentrated refills. And I'm going to quickly highlight 3 other examples. The Abode dishwashing liquid soap that launched in 2021 is packaged in this easily recyclable aluminum bottle. The next is the hair care bars that were launched at convention in 2022, and these used bio-based and recycled packaging. And each hair care bar replaces up to 2 8.5-ounce plastic bottles and saves 13.6 fluid ounces of water compared to a regular liquid shampoo or conditioner bottle. And then the third is the new Breathe Stick, and this contains 3 grams more product than the old packaging, and it uses 50% less plastic and is also made from post-consumer recyclables. So hopefully this has given you just a super quick glimpse and really an overview, just scratching the surface of what has been going on behind the scenes. And since August of 2014, I have been sharing our lives with you as we kick chemicals to the curb, we kick synthetic remedies to the curb, and we grab our natural doTERRA toolbox instead. And so I hope that you see that you can feel good about the products and the company that you purchase from and where your wellness tools are coming from and the heart of that company. So I hope this topic empowers you to appreciate all that doTERRA is doing behind the scenes to protect our planet for our children and generations to come. So I hope you see that it doesn't have to be overwhelming or complicated. And this is just the beginning of this conversation as we do so much more with so much less. And I have a few little housekeeping items for you. I'm here holding space for you, participating in your progress. Reach out or tap the link in my Instagram profile to get started with your doTERRA journey and take advantage of $100 in oil cash for new customers this month. I can't wait to connect with you and help you start a brand new chapter where you have all the pieces of the wellness puzzle, all of these elements in your toolbox, and you can help the environment along the way. And now I want to hear from you. Comment below after you watch and tell me which of these new initiatives or which of these packaging updates are you most excited about, or did you learn anything new? Have you started to get any of your paper void fill? Are you saving these up? Let me know. That is a wrap on broadcast 239. Don't forget to mark your calendar. My next continuing education broadcast will be streaming on demand the evening of Thursday, February 16th. I hope this was a helpful start for you to just understand some of that global impact that doTERRA is committed to making for all of us. So feel free to share this video and tag your friends if they would find it valuable. Thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye on your mailbox. Keep an eye on all of those fun packaging changes. Thank you so much for watching, and you'll have to tag me when your next paper mailer arrives. And until then, I will see you soon.